So, a month and a half, 2 months ago, I did a book review. It was on Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Well, he's got a new book out. You want to learn about it? Stick around. I'll tell you what I found out. And welcome back to the Comconocave. I'm your host, the Comconocalst, and today I'm going to be doing a book review. I've done only one of these before, and it dealt with Ernest Cline's Ready Player One. And the reason why I did it was because it dealt with movies, television, video games, role-playing games, things like that from the 80s, and that's pretty much everything that I embody. I love everything that had to do with the 80s. That's when I grew up, and that's the the era that I'm familiar with. Well, Ernest Cline has a new book out. It's called Armada, and it's kind of a mix of The Last Starfighter, 2010, and Close Encounters of the Third Kind, if you can believe that. It is absolutely incredible, and he's able to weave in a lot of the 80s references from, growing up into this, just like he did with Ready Player One. But it's not quite as subtle. It's an absolutely incredible read, and it's a little bit more emotionally charged than the last one. There's a lot more inner turmoil with the main character, and he has some daddy issues, and not only that, but he has to save the world. So, how's that piling things on for you? All right, let me read you what the inside flap says. This will give you an idea of what the book is about. Zach Lightman has spent his life dreaming that the real world could be a little more like the countless science fiction books, movies, and video games he spent his life consuming. Dreaming that one day some fantastic world-altering event will shatter the monotony of his humdrum existence and whisk him off to some grand spacefaring adventure. But hey, there's nothing wrong with a little escapism, right? After all, Zach tells himself, he knows the difference between fantasy and reality. He knows that here in the real world, aimless teenage gamers with anger issues don't get chosen to save the universe. And then he sees the flying saucer. Even stranger, the alien ship he's staring at is straight out of the video game that he plays every night, a hugely popular online flight simulator called Armada, in which gamers just happen to be protecting Earth from alien invaders. No, Zack hasn't lost his mind. As impossible as it seems, what he is seeing is all too real, and his skills, as well as those of millions of gamers across the world, are going to be needed to save the Earth from what's about to befall them. It's Zack's chance, at last, to play the hero. But even through the terror and exhilaration, he can't help thinking back to all those science fiction stories he grew up with, and wondering, doesn't something about this scenario seem a little familiar? At once, gleefully embracing and brilliantly subverting science fiction conventions as only Ernest Cline could, Armada is a rollicking, surprising thriller, a classic coming-of-age adventure, and an alien invasion tale like nothing you've ever read before. One whose every page is infused with pop culture savvy and has helped make Ready Player One a phenomenon. That is a great way to describe this book. Now, like I said, it starts off very simply. Zach Lightman, he's sitting in his classroom, he's staring out the window, just daydreaming, and he sees a spaceship, and it starts zipping across the sky, and he recognizes it from one of his video games, and he thinks he's going a little loopy. And then it kind of delves into his backstory as he's, letting us into his, personal life. What happened with his dad, how he's living with his mom and his friends, and then it just kind of blows up from there. This is an incredible read. If you have a chance, pick it up, read it, like it, love it. It's absolutely amazing. I couldn't recommend it more than I not only bought the book, but I also got it on audio, and I listen to it while I'm driving my truck around at work, and it is just as good on audiobook as it is reading it at home. And the best part about the audiobook is it's read by Will Wheaton, and he's one of my favorite people in the world. So it just makes it that much more enjoyable. In fact, Will Wheaton also did Ready Player One on audio. So if you're more of a listener than a reader, pick up both of them. They're absolutely incredible. Go to audible.com, pick them up. Amazing. But if you have a chance and you enjoy a good read and you enjoy, science fiction and anything that has to do with the 80s, you got to get Armada by Ernest Cline. It's absolutely incredible. And that's my book review. I enjoyed it, liked it, loved it, and I'm going to read it again. So, 2 thumbs up. That's it. If you have any questions, you can reach me on the comment section below. You can reach me online at comconocave@gmail.com. You can reach me on Twitter at Comconocalst. And if you have any questions, like I said, just let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. And until next time, take it easy.